The Genuine Article looks beyond the label to find information that will save you money and guide you to value.
When Olmsted was designing Central Park, in the Ramble and in other parts of the park, he installed things inspired by English garden-style furniture. And who lived across the street from Central Park at that point? The Whitneys, the Goulds, the Rockefellers.
The Vanderbilts.
The Vanderbilts. They were pushing up into New York State, and they literally brought that idiom with them. They said, well, this would be great fun to do this when we have our parks. Basically, their estates were large parks. They engaged people up there, fishing guides, hunting guides on off seasons to help make this furniture. So they rooted this kind of furniture in the Adirondacks.
So it really should be called Central Park furniture.
But don't tell anybody.
Back at the turn of the century, when the great camps made their debut in upstate New York, rustic furniture was made by local artisans who lived in the woods. They had over 6 million acres of trees to choose from. Pine, maple, hemlock and beech are just a few of the varieties that populate the park. But when it comes to making this type of furniture, choosing the perfect tree is sometimes a sixth sense. And when Daniel Mack goes shopping for the wood that he needs to create these beautiful pieces of work, he doesn't go to the hardware store. He goes into the forest. Now you've spoken a little about what you do, and I'm a little educated. I get excited about seeing some of these odd shapes because they do. They invite and inspire you like ordinary wood couldn't.
That's right. Even if I was looking for something today, I probably might not find it, but I'd find something else. So that you're in the woods and you have half an eye open for what you're looking for, and the other eye is open for what the woods has to offer you. Whether it's just a pleasant day in the woods, in some kind of beautiful moment, or actually something that you might use in some of your work.
Well, I saw the banister you did on the staircase.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary. What came first, the banister or the piece of wood?
Well, I was hunting for a banister.
Wow.
So that I went to a bunch of different apple orchards, knowing how high and wide banisters should be. We're in heavy-duty apple country here, so I literally went out into the orchards and started looking at trees as if they were banisters. I tagged a bunch of these and I said to the farmer, I said, well, can I buy these from you? And he says, well, yeah. So we sat there for about 20 minutes figuring out how many bushels of apples this tree was still worth. I think he decided, well, I'd probably cut that tree down in maybe 5 years and I get X number of bushels. I said, well, what's that worth? And we come up with a figure, and that's what I paid him for this tree. Then
for the ungrown apples.
Yeah. So isn't it mysterious? I mean, the mystery of it all. Then what I needed on this, see, it'd be easy to cut it right at the root level here, but I had to dig down, so I had a machine out there in the field, and we were able to cut down underneath.
What's the best part?
It is.
Looks like an elephant's paw.
So if I had sort of come in like a logger, I would have cut the tree right here. It would have been interesting, but not as interesting as this. So I had to know I was looking for a banister, then you go out and look.
And how did you find a tree with an 18-foot long branch?
I didn't. This had a branch that was pretty long, but it curved, apple curves all over the place. So the first joint is right here. So then the woodworker in me took over.
But you've matched something there. What have you done to hide the cut?
Part of the rustic illusion is that you cut behind or in the middle of a knot and you match the two knots together. So you don't see the joint, it's not obvious where it is. It's a little bit of grown magic and it's a little bit of woodworking.
So when does a useful piece of furniture become a work of art? Well, you'll find out next as we continue on The Genuine Article.